Unstoppable.
Oh, hell no.
Unstoppable. Invincible. Undefeatable.
Oh my
Unstoppable.
god. I didn't realize. Oh my gosh. I didn't look down here. Now, picture this. It's a Tuesday afternoon, and in sheer boredom, you get to looking on Steam for something new, something exciting. Because with live service games, 2K26 and Call of Duty, the state of games is looking abysmal. So you think, who will save me? Well, I'm here to tell you, my indie loving, story based gamers, that I believe Waxhead is the answer. It's published by Curve Games and developed by Patattie Games. It's one of the best I've played in years. I mean, like, seriously, years. Now, you see, this game wasn't on my radar at all. I had absolutely no idea about it. It came out a few days ago, and I went in completely blind. Let me just say, I really honestly had the time of my life. It's a story based shop sim where you help Morgan, the owner and former lead singer of a big band called Becoming Violet. And with a cast of colorful characters, you run repeater records. You're the new kid, and to be honest, you did a lot that you really didn't sign up for. But, it's okay. It's alright. So this game was a true roller coaster for me, and admittedly, while I loved the story in the very beginning, the shop aspect got a bit tedious in about the first hour or two, which is kind of bad because a lot of people are not gonna stick around for that a lot, especially with Steam's like refund policy. But to be honest, I believe that it was totally dependent on the game mode that I played. But like for fear of missing out and wanting to get it all right, I played the games on the customer's always right mode. Let me tell you, it was its own version of hell. Like, bro, Majima was not right. The customer is not always king. Thanks, Yakuza. No, please don't make me watch the type shit. Okay. Ugh. 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 When do the song start? Oh, okay. Oh. Can I skip this? Due to that, it often led to me spending so much time looking for the right records. And just true to form, customers never know what the hell they want. They're always looking for, so you always end up giving like these vague descriptions, and you're tasked with finding a needle in a haystack. It was so repetitive to me that I even considered scrapping the video altogether. While the story was engaging, it was a bit bogged down in places by the aspect, in my opinion. And the vague requests of the customers sometimes led me to giving them a record they didn't even want because I knew no matter what, due to the mode I was playing on, it really didn't matter. Sometimes it made you feel like you really had to work for the story, which irritated me at first, but now I feel like it was worth it. Because sometimes you really have to work for what you want. And that was the whole point, in my opinion. We were working to save the store, and definitely, if you stick with this game, you will absolutely love it. Or maybe I'm just getting a little too philosophical. Anyway, it's all good because with the Scott Pilgrim inspired art style and the absolute freaking banger of a soundtrack, I swear you'll end up falling in love with the story itself. The co-workers, Hank, T, Matteo, and Abby, as well as Paul, really added so much life to the store. I mean, like, seriously, if I had coworkers like this in real life, I would love my job. I'd be like SpongeBob, working for 5 cents an hour, I promise y'all. So, I mean, I'll try to keep things spoiler free, but just in case, I'm gonna put a light spoiler warning here as I get into the story. So, Morgan, as mentioned, was the lead singer of a former band called Blooming Violet, who all split up on bad terms, and now, some 40 odd years later, her past is coming back to haunt her. With her little sister Willow suddenly coming back to town and making things complicated, by threatening to buy the business right out from under her sister with the help of another former bandmate and the past heartthrob and now husband, James Girth. And due to the fact that Morgan is late on the rent and the landlord is a sleazy piece of garbage, he's all but willing to sell the business. I mean, seriously, I cannot state to you the freaking level of audacity and nerve of James. He tries to pitch an entire AI model of a platform called Press Play. And y'all, of course, that led to commentary on AI. And I thought it was spot on. This game had a lot of heavy hitters and a lot of social commentary. And a lot of people might call it woke, but honestly, I call it relevant. So, despite the jab I made at the customers, I really do feel like they're so full of life. You never really know what you're gonna walk into or who's gonna walk in those doors. From a kid who called me a freaking corporate drone to a sweet older man who was mourning the loss of his husband of 40 years. Winston, I love you. You really feel like you are a part of their lives. And as they become repeat customers, it just gets better, which I feel like is so different than the normal shallow NPCs of most of these shop sims out here. So, I mentioned the coworkers briefly, but they also have their own mini stories. You think of T, a slightly apathetic girl who just can't really seem to care about anything. Matteo, a guy who's never really seemed to find his one thing in life. And let me tell you, I really relate to Matteo. I honestly really do. With this whole YouTube thing, I'm kind of hoping that's my one thing, but I don't really know. And then you have Hank, a guy who makes music just because it makes him happy. You have Abby, who runs a band called Girl Junk. I love Girl Junk. Freaking girl power. But she's too scared to step into the limelight where she belongs. And you have Paul, a queer baddie who has a heart for the people. Paul, sweetie, I love you. We need to get you on RuPaul's Drag Race, sweetheart. All of them help their boss, Morgan, try to save Repeater Records from running out of business. But I've done a lot of talking, and so since this is a record store, I need to talk about the music. So there are about 83 tracks in the game, and all of them, in my opinion, are absolutely amazing. I might put some music of the soundtracks in the background. I mean, I even bought the game's soundtrack. Like, yes, it is that serious. I sing these songs even when I'm not playing the game. The game is chock full of things that are just amazing. You don't just stay in the store, by the way. So Hank and Abby perform at this bar called the Bad Apple. Or is it the Apple Bed? It's one of those guys. I'm sorry. Oh, to laugh. Pat, you gotta get this shit fixed.
Does this make you uncomfortable? Can it be in the eyes? Yeah, I'm more than a pretty face. Uh-oh. A bit outspoken. Want you some dance?
Pat, brother.
Yeah, I'm more than a pretty face. Please understand, I don't need you to hold my hand.
And it's absolutely just amazing. You get to pick out drinks for the coworkers. And it kind of cuts into that like repetitive shop aspect by adding something a little fresh. Beyond that, there is honestly just so many little details that just put this game over the top. Like, for example, there's some light decor you can add to the shop and a ton of interactive items that I honestly found myself clicking on things just to see what they were gonna do. Shout out to the little Tamagotchi seal. I loved taking care of you, G Lion. Anyway, this was just a short review. I honestly cannot recommend this game enough. It has only solidified my faith in the indie genre. That's another win for the books.